Pleasant morning to members of the media. I am Mystar, Superintendent of Police, and together with me on the press briefing today is Mr. Brent Batson. He is the Road Safety Coordinator for the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. We want to welcome members of the media to this police press brief for the 20th of February 2019. As promised, over the weeks, we promised to give the media and members of the public various safety tips for our carnival season that is coming up for 2019. And today we want to just focus on the children. We did some on the children last week, but we just want to reiterate some of the safety tips for children. So we want to ask members of the public to avoid sending children to withdraw cash from the ATMs. And they must realize that they are softer targets for robberies and assaults. Remember that you are prohibited by law to, and this is for persons who are the promoters of various parties and so on, prohibited from giving children alcoholic beverages and dangerous drugs. The ratio of adults to children is sufficient to ensure proper care and supervision while enjoying the festivals. And we want to recommend that one adult will be sufficient to supervise 2 to 3 children. So remember that ratio. We also asking that all children have name tags in the event that they are separated from their caregivers. I know that in the past that name tags were provided as a courtesy from some companies, but you can, however, make your own name tag with some pertinent information just in case. The police service will have police officers in strategic locations during most of those activities where you can carry the children who were separated from their families. Or you can report them to any police officer on duty at that particular time. Caution the children from, again, speaking to or taking food and drink items or going off with strangers. Very important. And you and your children should know all the emergency numbers in the event of an emergency crisis. And these include the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, which is 999, 911, or 555. And the emergency medical services, which is 811, and the fire service, 990. When driving, please follow all rules in terms of the speed limit and ensure that all children are secured with the seatbelt in their seats and their safety seats for the toddlers. All right, so that's basically some pertinent information as it relates to children during and build up for Carnival 2019. Also, another announcement on behalf of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Firearms Section. We are advising members of the public that the Firearms Section will be closed from this Thursday, the 21st of February 2019, till Thursday, 7th of March 2019. So that will be the Thursday after Carnival. And this is necessary that the Firearms Section will be conducting an audit within the section. So please be reminded, I'll give those dates again, Thursday, 21st of February 2019, which is this Thursday, tomorrow. And it will continue to be closed until Thursday, 7th March 2019. So we're here this morning also to speak about some issues on our nation's roadways. One of the strategic pillars of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is improving roadway safety on our nation's roads. And here with us is Mr. Brent Batson. He's the Road Safety Coordinator for the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. And he will be giving you some very vital information, stats, and also some advice as it relates to road traffic accidents on our nation's roads. So, Batson.
Sure. Thank you, Superintendent Mystar. Right, a pleasant good morning to members of the media and listening public. With just 11 days to the official start of Carnival 2019, I've been asked to provide an update on road traffic accidents that occurred, as well as provide some road safety tips for the Carnival period. As you all know, coming off the last weekend, we had a number of road traffic accidents where several persons lost their lives. So again, motorists, passengers, pedestrians, cyclists, pedecyclists, we all form a critical part of the roadway safety system. And we have our roles and functions. So it's just a little reminder on the importance of the things that we need to do. To give a little background and context, from Thursday 14th to Sunday 17th February 2019, 7 persons lost their lives in road traffic accidents across the country. Around 12:30 a.m. on Thursday the 14th of February, 67-year-old Jessica Martin of St. Lucian Road, Diego Martin. She was killed when the vehicle in which she was a passenger was struck at the intersection of Sierra Leone, Diego Martin, and the intersection with the Diego Martin Highway when a driver broke a red light. On Friday, 15th February, 60-year-old Michael Henry, a pensioner of Wallerfield Road, Arima, was struck dead when he was attempting to cross the Churchill Roosevelt Highway in the vicinity of Wallerfield as well. On Saturday, 16 February, so you notice it's chronological, so this is just the next day now, 26-year-old fire officer Kerwin Duncan, together with his 29-year-old friend Dwayne Dick, both of Edinburgh 500 Chaguanas. Rear seat passengers 33-year-old Dion Burkett of Chase Village and 40-year-old Ray Scipio of Carlsonville. All died when the vehicle in which they were traveling in slammed into a TNTech utility pole, again killing everybody, all occupants of that vehicle. Then on Sunday, 17 February, in Tobago, 63-year-old Wayne Slater of Mount St. George, Tobago, was killed when he lost control of his vehicle and slammed into a concrete median in the vicinity of the Orkinscure roundabout in Tobago. He died at the scene, having been ejected from the vehicle. The common theme in all these deadly RTAs is their highly preventable nature. If a driver was wearing a seatbelt, if a driver had obeyed a red traffic signal, if a driver had obeyed the posted speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour, if a pedestrian had not made a decision to attempt to cross a 100-kilometer highway, it's possible they may still be alive today, and it's possible that their families might not be preparing for funerals. These tragedies are exactly what we as public safety officers aim to prevent. All our enforcement and education efforts, our goal is to save lives and keep families together. The 7 deaths over the weekend have catapulted the road death figure in Trinidad and Tobago to 21 for the date of 2019, as in to date, and compared to 9 for the corresponding period in 2018. This represents an increase in road deaths by 133%, comprising of 6 drivers, 10 passengers, and 5 pedestrians. It's also the first time we've ever seen passengers being the largest category of road deaths, accounting for 48% of road fatalities. And again, I want to take this opportunity to remind passengers in vehicles, that they have a key part in identifying when your driver is displaying a high-risk behavior and intervening. Whether it's a taxi, your friend, whoever it is, let them know you're not comfortable in the way you're being driven. All right, you don't have to stay quiet. It's your life. You're going to be part of the outcome, whatever decisions that he or she makes. There's a clear disconnect between drivers and the images of carnage which surface after these fatal RTAs. Vehicles ripped apart due to high-speed impacts, high crash energy, human bodies being amputated and avulsed and lying bleeding on the roadway. And then there's a strange belief amongst drivers that they themselves are not part of that problem. I bring that because just last week, Friday, myself and Sergeant Ramdani, who you might know as one of the lead breath technicians, were at an intersection at Monroe Road flyover when we were going to proceed across the green light, when a guy with a pickup truck breaks the red light while talking on his cell phone in front of the police vehicle. Of course, you all could just imagine the outcome with us having to deal with him. Again, how many tickets do we have to write for drivers to understand the critical need to drive motor vehicles in a safe and responsible manner? Already for 2019, 4,064 fixed penalty notices have been issued to drivers for exceeding speed limits. And 361 drivers have been arrested and charged for DUI offenses by officers of the Traffic and Highway Patrol branch, as well as officers from the divisional traffic teams. Just over the weekend, Highway Patrol officers arrested a driver with a breathalyzer reading of 167 micrograms, almost 5 times over the legal limit. And a check of the records uncovered that this was a second offense. This is the type of risk being placed to other drivers on the road network. And this is what we're trying to avoid, this unnecessary loss of life on the road that drivers seem to think is almost trivial until it happens to them. Again, who knows how many lives the officers may have saved. We need the support of all road users to make the country safe, both in crime as well as on the roads. We wish to thank all the soca artists for coming out to support our Wrong Mix, Don't Drink and Drive, iRoad Safe campaign. Imagine these artists are trying to send a message to you, the partygoers, that we want you to go, have a great time, wind down to the ground, but go back home safely to your families. And they're fully on board with that. As Commissioner Gary Griffith mentioned, if you're tight, you can't drive right. So please do not drink and drive. We also ask drivers to take heed from the communication sent out by the judiciary that says the magistrate's court will not be sitting on Carnival Monday and Tuesday. What does this mean for you? If, God forbid, you're arrested on a DUI over that period, there's the possibility you might have to stay in the police holding cell until Ash Wednesday. All right? So it's a choice, again, that you will make as a driver. We'll be doing our job to keep the road safe. We also wish to remind drivers of the dangers of fatigued and tired driving. 2 of the major fatal incidents suggested the possibility that the drivers may have fallen asleep. In traffic safety, tired or sleepy drivers are considered just as dangerous as drunk drivers. We are aware some persons are partying to the early hours of the morning and then driving to work with little or no sleep, sometimes 3 to 4 hours rest maximum. These situations result in sleep deprivation, a condition which severely impairs a driver's physical and cognitive functions. It negatively affects judgment, decision-making, and reaction times. And these are critical core elements for driving safety. We are therefore appealing to drivers to pay close attention to how you're feeling. If you're tired and you believe you're too tired to continue their journey, stop in a safe location and get a 50-minute nap, what we call a power nap. That can save your life. A safe location could be a mall, car park, gas station, or even a police station. However, if you're going to the police station, we just ask that you go and tell the charge room officers that what the situation is, that you're tired and you just wish to get some rest before continuing your journey. I also want to add, if you do go into the charge room to let them know, or if they do detect the scent of alcohol, you'll also be arrested at that point. All right? So we have to deal with everything one time. All right? We have to deal with everything. Again, the choices you make, not so? It can't be that you're trying to be safe by stopping and taking a nap when you decide to be unsafe by drinking a whole set of rum and then drive down the road. That's not going to augur well with us at all. Please also consider staying at a friend's place or guest house instead of driving long distances. Passengers should also try to stay awake with their drivers. Sleep is very contagious. All right, so it's very important. You're driving, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're heading back down Point Fortin after Marshall Monday. Your driver is human, all right, and it helps to keep that conversation going. It helps helps keep him alert as well. So try and support him. As part of the TTPS road safety operations, there will be roving DUI teams from the highway patrol units, as well as the Port of Spain and Western divisions, with certified breath alcohol technicians on hand to test drivers wherever they spot the possibility of impairment. So please designate your driver, call a friend, utilize a taxi or rideshare service. And please remember, try to park in well-lit areas and try to move in groups, especially if escorting female companions to their vehicles after events. Also, we ask you to try and park in official designated car park areas for events where security personnel are on site and report suspicious activity to the TTPS. We are putting the country on notice. There will be increased road policing activity, so please exercise patience and please ensure you have all your valid driving documents on hand. On that note, we'd also like to remind drivers to please feel free to get rid of all old expired insurance certificates from your glove compartment. Because a lot of time in the road checkpoints, everybody has 2010, 2017, and you're keeping back the rest of the traffic. So it helps if you have everything organized, ready to produce to the officer at the checkpoint. So please remember, I road safe, because road safety begins with me. Thank you very much.